Good evening, everybody, and welcome to another Tuesday Night Live. We have a very special show for you tonight. We are joined, as always, by the man who makes all this happen, Mr. Ken Carson, coming to you live from his downstairs, not upstairs, because he can't do stairs, office. And then Becker from what is the Miami of the Midwest, Kansas City, Missouri, former home of the Kansas City Chiefs.
I prefer to think of it as the Riviera of the Missouri River.
It's a good, no, not really.
And as you guys know, tonight is going to be a fun night. We are joined by Mr. Scott Shaw. We are doing a wonderful event where he's got some special books coming out, and he's got a handful of them, and we're going to be doing some sketching on them and in them. And so he's got a very limited number of the hardcovers. This is basically and it envelops his issue 1, 2, 3, and 4 of Sonic, and it's all packaged.
The original, the first Sonic comics, right?
The very first Sonic comics.
I went with Scott back in early 90s?
93.
So there you go. We all know how popular Sonic is right now, and so we have this compendium that's all put together, and got some wonderful covers, and we got some hard ones. We also have some regular comics that he can remark on the cover of. The drawings that are going to be personal, that are inside of the book. So they're basically, you open up the page, and there's like sort of a double page splash. And what you see on the page he's holding is a hand-drawn art. As you see, it is signed and dated.
The hand-drawn art is on the page, yeah.
Yeah,
I have 11 different books with 11 different drawings in them.
Yep, and they are all done. So we're going to claim those out pretty soon, and you guys can pick which one you'd like. If you'd like one, you just claim it in the chat, and they're all yours. But all right, so tell us exactly, in your own words, tell us a little bit about the book and how it came about, and how you decided what to draw for the interior, and if you did new covers. Tell us everything there is to know about this thing before we start selling these things off.
Sure. First of all, I have them here. I was first asked to do the comic in 93, and in the book I have an introduction that pretty much says about how angry I was with Archie by the time I left. They were using it in a lot of ways that I hadn't asked for, or they never told me about. I probably wouldn't have taken the job if I didn't know about it. And therefore, today, nobody would know who I am. So it kind of is a good thing and bad thing at the same time. But about 10 years ago, Ken Penders, who is very notorious to a lot of Sonic fans because he changed the stories, and a lot of people wanted to kill him. I mean, that's as crazy as it is. But Ken's a good guy, and he told me, actually kind of helped me get my rights back through the Library of Congress. So I actually own all of my artwork I did for Archie. 10 years later, or more than that actually, a few more years, he contacted me and he said he's been reprinting all of his stuff, and he asked if he could reprint my stuff. He said, absolutely. So he hired an editor who was also a writer, wrote the foreword in my book. And he also got a guy that is an incredible colorist to recolor everything I did so it doesn't have that flat look of the comics. They look like they were done as an adaptation of a Disney cartoon. I mean, this is typical of every page. Yeah. It looks really lush.
Yeah.
And this is a huge improvement on the originals as far as I'm concerned. This kid has outstanding taste. So after he asked me to do it, I did a new cover, which is right here. And I did a new back cover, which is me surrounded by the characters. And then we did I forget what it's called, but the the pages at the
Inside cover, yeah.
beginning and the end of each book. So I did this, and this was the basis on those. So we can. We have Sonic in the back, but in the front it's empty, so I can draw something or sign something for people. That was all Ken's idea, and I'm really impressed that he came up with that because it didn't occur to me. And anyway, this is the first time these books are available online. The only other place I've sold them was on a 5-hour convention a couple of weeks ago. And it was mostly guys my age looking for old comics. So I sold about 5 copies, but still, for that show, it was a landslide because they don't give a damn about Sonic. We don't want people that are in their 30s and 40s that grew up on it.
Right. Very nice.
That's its secret origin.
Sure. All right. So how many copies? We said we have 12 copies of the hardcover, or 11?
I have 11 copies
11
of the
copies.
that I've already done the full length characters in. But I have as many copies of, and that's all of them that I have. I pulled out some for myself, but I don't have any more than these 11.
Right.
Well, it's a last grasp at that as far as I'm concerned.
Sure.
For the fans. I do have a lot of boxes of that was kind of the smaller run of books too.
Sure.
This is the main book, and it has everything in the side, but it has a new cover rather than just a recolored version of the one from 1993. And I have a lot of copies of this.
Okay.
One thing I would like to mention now, if people aren't really showing up yet, but you guys can help me. I was talking to Ken about this. Sonic has been around so long that there are dozens of characters I've never drawn. And it would take me a long time to look them up and draw them here. And I'd kind of like things to go faster so many more people can get drawings. But if people want that sort of thing, I'm happy to do it, but I'll have to do it on my own time, and we'll treat that as a commission rather than something that's already done.
Sure. So the regular copy, the interior is the same as the other copy. It has you within the blank. So,
Yeah, the only difference is the front cover.
yeah, so you can just draw whatever you want to. So there you go, guys. So if anybody wants, he only has 11 copies of the variant, but he has a large number of copies of the regular copy. But like I said, these. He's going to do an original sketch for you, or you can buy one of the ones where we already have the sketches in there. Ken is going to show off. Do you copies, Ken's, of all the pictures for the 111 that he did?
Maybe.
So we can show those off, and if anybody wants to claim those that are already done in the variants, you can go ahead and claim. Go ahead, Scott.
I sent them all to your page on Facebook. But if you want, I can just hold them up. But it'll be kind of boring doing that.
Yeah, no, we'll see if Ken can put those up. If he can or not, we'll have you hold them up. You can do both also. Also, Becker, is there something that goes along if somebody orders one of these that we need to add there? Besides volume, because you're muted.
Dang it. Foiled again. 4% processing, $25 shipping.
And Ken, if somebody wants the ones with the extra drawings in there,
Yeah.
they're different prices with headshots or full figures, and he can tell you that.
Yeah, I have it scrolled across the screen. So if anybody wants to claim one of these books from Scott, the regular edition with a head sketch will be $125. If you want the variant edition with a full figure, it's $175. And what we're going to do with these, because they're hardcovers, just for logistics, Scott will be shipping these. So I'll send the invoices. Once their invoices are paid, I'll send the label to Scott. He'll throw them in the mailer, and they'll be good to go. So there won't be that transit between him getting them to me and all that stuff. So they'll be turned around fairly quick.
Yeah, absolutely. So let's see. So can we show off a couple of the ones that are already?
I have to load them, and
That's all right. Becker, I need you to do me a hot 5 minutes. Go.
Oh boy. Yeah, I got nothing. I would say, is Roger Ash here? Because look what came this weekend, guys. Back issue
Ooh,
magazine.
Back
Oh
issue.
yeah, I'm actually mentioned in that.
Wait, are you?
Yeah, because I did. Starro is the main theme of this. At least
Yep.
I've read the magazine.
I was.
And Captain Carrot's first villain was Starro because he was the only existing villain that I could draw that looked realistic. Everybody else would look cartoony, and I figured, well, I can even fake Starro.
Well, now I got to look for it. I went right to the Starro part. This came this weekend, and up. Look at this handsome devil.
Look at that. There he is.
Oh, he's a devil, all right. Just ask my wife.
Well, that's excellent. I didn't know you were in this, but we always mention Back Issue Magazine because, of course, friend of the show, Roger Ash, if he's out there.
Yeah, he's a
Editor
good
in
guy.
chief.
Yeah.
Roger's a good guy.
Yeah, I've worked for him in a couple of articles in the magazine. My magazine is Retro Fan. I'm in every issue of Retro Fan. In fact,
I didn't know that. I always see it advertised. I've never gotten a copy.
Well, I think that you should pick out one. I can tell you all the stuff. I've got a whole list of all I've worked on, and frankly, everybody, these nostalgia magazines that are just like the stuff everybody knows.
Mm.
All this is written by people who are so obsessive that they want to know everything about them. And they're really legit articles. And I go out of my way to really look up stuff. The only things I want to work on is stuff that I'm already interested in. It's a good excuse to learn more about stuff I already
I'm
like.
going to order the newest issue right now.
I wonder what's in that issue.
I'm pulling it up.
Maybe Firesign Theater?
No, it's Retro Fan, right?
No, but I my article in that issue that you just bought. It usually says it at the bottom of the cover.
Oh, I'm still ordering. Like I haven't even gotten to the site yet. I'm on tomorrow's now.
Well, why not?
Well, because I'm slow.
Come on, man! I need that money. No, I don't.
I need that money.
Well, hey, listen. While Ken is pulling that stuff up, if you want to show off the ones in by hand, Scott, you can show off. So, there. Never mind.
There you go.
He was there. That's all the motivation Ken needed. So this is the full figure. So this one would be 175. If anybody wants to claim, this is the variant with the full figure. So you get that Sonic. Here's another one.
And I'll sign them free to make them to specific people too.
Oh yeah, so he can personalize them if you'd like, or just leave them. They're all the art. They're all signed.
Now this is the variant.
These are all the variants. All of these sketches are in the variants.
And all of these are 175, or the ones with 2 characters more?
They're the same.
They're all 175.
Okay.
So you get all these cool ones. Look at that.
Oh, I really like that.
There he looks like the Flash.
That's all the ones I had pictures of.
Copies, guys. So if anybody likes any of those, now you've seen them all, feel free. You can claim them. Those are the $175 variants. Or if anybody would just like to claim one of the $125 ones, he'll do a headshot in the regular edition, any character you want. And like he said, if it's a character he hasn't drawn before, he's more than happy to do it. But he'd probably rather do it off air, so
research it a little bit.
Yeah, so he gives you the really good, nice quality headshot.
I'm giving the chat a little bit of time, but at some point I'm going to swoop in here if these people aren't snapping these up.
Yeah, well, I mean, I bet once again it's early. People just wanted to see what was had there. They wanted to see what was on. They're thinking. They're going back. So we have the open claims for the hardcover compendium, guys. Once again, issues 1 through 4 all put together for the first time in one spot. All the ones that Scott did back in 1993.
I've also got a few pieces of Sonic that are new drawings I've done, but here's one with Sonic, Speedy, and Fastback, the turtles from the Zoo Crew. always liked Felix the Cat, and I never realized that the artist that created Sonic, Felix was the first hero in animation. Everybody loved him, and then Disney came along and turned all the sharp things into ovals, and it was Mickey Mouse. So this is one that I made intentionally to look like when Felix the Cat laughs. Really
Yeah.
sweet. And then here's just a nice generic one of the way Sonic looked when I was drawing him in the 90s.
Oh, look at that. Just classic.
Oh, that's great.
And thanks to Ken and Bill Morrison, they taught me how to use these paint pens, which make everything look like a nice cell. So it's really fun to work with.
You're giving Ken credit for that? I'd say Bill Morrison.
I'm told, hey, Bill, you got any Kelpics? Let me see, or Poscals? Let me give them this shot.
I've still got the one that actually somebody bought the one that I did with Fred Flintstone as the Thing.
Yeah.
And I think we were in Philadelphia, and it was so easy. I thought, wow, I got to do more of these.
I don't know where I did.
And once again, guys, if anybody wants those color pieces either, those are for sale also. If you just want to inquire, we can tell you how much they are. And there you go. So we know it's a slow Tuesday night, but like I said, we've got open requests for any of the regular hardcovers, or you can claim any of the variant ones that are already completed. Prices are on the screen below. So if you want anything like that, just take your time. This is all, once again, these 11 variants are the only ones that he has, are the only ones he's drawn in. Every other one he's got is his personal keep collection. So the only other way you'd get him to draw in one of these if you bought it somewhere else and saw him at a show. And I can tell you, he doesn't do a lot of shows. Scott doesn't do a ton.
And I'll tell you, me and Ken Penders are the only two resources for these. And neither of us have sold any of them to bookstores. So, you know, I'm going to be going to a few shows this month. I'm going to do a few signings around LA. But if you're a Sonic fan, this isn't a salesman. You should get them as soon as you can, because I don't think we have zillions of copies of these.
Right. Absolutely.
I think it may be 1,000 copies total.
Yeah. And then I understand that Scott, the original art that you did for the new front cover and the back cover and the interior cover, that now you're going to be selling those also. I don't know if we have any prices on that stuff yet.
Well, I if somebody's interested, we'll figure it out.
Yeah, absolutely. Just message us or tell us that you're interested, and we can we'll send you a message, and you can get in touch with us, and we can figure out the price on those. But those originals are also available, so you could own that brand new cover for the compendium, which would be just amazing to have that, or the front or the back cover, or the interior, which is in all the books.
I think the back cover is the first time it's been published that I don't have an actual foot on my right side. So you know how comics are. It might be my secret origin. So
that's right. Let's see. We lost Ken for a second. He's off doing stuff. Did you find that thing you were looking for, Becker? Did you find the?
Oh, I ordered that already. Now I've
there you
moved on to typing out my claim, because I'm tired of letting these people take too long.
Yep. So there you go. So listen, if you guys want to grab something, Becker's about to grab one. So get it before he does.
the grabber.
Oh, it's done. It's happened.
Yeah, here's.
Yep. No, I ordered the one with Marsha on it there.
Oh, I don't know.
Brady Bunch.
Or is that? This is the one I did a whole. I think I did a 12,000 word article about all the people from the Canadian show. God, now I'm old. I can't even think.
SCTV? No.
SCTV, yes. Blameless Diva.
Well, listen. So that variant that you have, that's got Sonic holding the dynamite underneath Mr.
Dr.
Robotnik.
Robotnik.
Dr. Robotnik is gone. Mr. Becker has picked that one up. So you guys missed your shot. Becker gave you a good 20 minutes to decide on that, guys.
It felt like forever.
It did.
But if you want to show those again, Scott, we've got people arriving. I know Hoodad is a big Sonic the Hedgehog. And guys, as Ken had already said, these will ship directly from Scott, and 4% processing, $25 shipping. They have original sketches in it. It reprints all of Scott's Sonic issues.
1 through 4, yeah. And listen, Houdat, you may have gotten 2 seconds, but that's because you were 22 seconds late. 20 minutes and 2 seconds late.
Okay,
Houdat Comics is a great guy. His name
Find
is
the one
Russell.
that you want, but I'm going to show people these again. Here he
Yeah.
is.
So there you
Ogling,
go.
Princess
So those
Sally.
are original sketches.
Yep.
Yes, this over here is empty on every copy, so I can draw something if people want it, or even just sign it. And if you just
And
want
these
to-
are the
if you
hardcover
can
variants.
Have me sign it. There's no extra charge on this. It would be at a convention, but not here.
Right.
Here he is, looking
Sonic running, yeah.
very cute. Here's
So
a
Price
these
is
are
on
the
the bottom of the
variants.
screen.
Houdat, 175 for these, plus
yes.
shipping and processing. There's only 11 of the variants left, and once they're gone, right?
Well,
Yes.
technically there's 10 because you bought one, so there's only 10
Well,
left.
yeah, there's 10 left.
Right. There he's kind of trucking. Our crumbs, Sonic. Women with big butts.
Another Sonic, lovely. He's got given the
No, he's not that finger. That's I used that one for Archie.
that one. That's the one that is
that's
gone.
the one I
That
used.
is Becker's. So
I'm gonna
write
cross
his name
it out.
on it.
It's no longer
Yeah.
available.
Rip that page
Oh my
right
God.
out.
I do. Okay, the Flash Sonic.
And we'll have once he finishes showing these guys, we'll have Ken put the pictures up again so you can get a good look at them too. But that's great, yeah.
Yeah.
Somebody's popular.
I don't think that was me. Okay. And we have
Can
two.
you flip through the book a little bit too, Scott?
Certainly,
Because you were
certainly.
showing how brilliant the coloring is on this, and
Yeah. We have some text up front. Oh. Here's a photo of me where I had to be next to Sonic to look a little thinner. My head looks like a tiny grape on top of a mountain. But
I have that problem.
we all do. But yeah, I mean, this stuff was drawn as quickly as possible, and Archie's coloring was never anything that was memorable. But this has real volume to it. The young man that did these, and I can't pull his name up right now, but he did an outstanding job. Let me see if I can find his name because he really deserves it. Ethan Alvarez. And the funny thing is, this isn't even his job. This is his hobby. He's actually a professor of mathematics at a college.
Oh wow! And so, give us a little background. How many issues are reprinted in this book?
There's 4 issues. The 4th issue I only did the cover on, but we got the rights. Or Ken went past the owner of who did the interiors, and he said that's fine. Because we didn't sign the backs of the checks on any of that stuff. So that right there is kind of a problem, because in those days, if you signed the check, that meant that you agreed that they owned this. But, and then there's also a page in the back. Let me find that. Oh, it's a story that I wrote and drew. I didn't write the others, but this is Tails' tallest tale. And as you can see here on the other side, he's at a Sonic Con. So he shows up and everybody wants to talk about Sonic, and Tails wants everybody to be talking about him.
I have the OA for that whole story.
That's right. We have the original art for the whole story, whole 8 pages, I think, for sale.
Hey, they got soundtracks on here. We can do stuff like.
Ken, can you show the art again for my buddy Russell here? He's wanting to pick out which one he wants, but it is easier to see when you post it up.
Oh no, Ken found a new button to play with. We're done. So we'll call this. Well, this is the cross-armed Sonic. We'll call that one if anybody wants to claim that one.
He's waiting.
$5. This is the
Keep on trucking Sonic.
Keep on trucking Sonic.
This gets you 2 characters.
Yeah.
Yeah, Tails. Tails is a very popular character.
This is coming at you, Sonic. The Flash Sonic. That's gone. We already sold that one. That's gone.
That's right, who dat?
And he has a couple more that I guess Ken didn't have the images on, but that's pretty much all. Then there's another. I think there's another full figure Sonic, and then there's Sonic and a female character. I don't know the name of.
There you go. Claim Tails and Sonic.
Tails and Sonic. There you go. Thank you so much, Hudat. Look at that. Congratulations.
Until Jeff gets annoyed.
Was that?
I think that was already happened, Ken. Oh boy.
You should just play that every time I open my mouth.
What you need, Ken, is one of those. Aww.
Wait, do I have anything like that? I got bounce.
I don't know about that one.
That could mean a lot of things.
Right. Get down, get down, get down. Sorry.
I apologize for him, Scott. But no, so yeah, the issue I got was of retro fans said what did it say? About too much TV.
What are the topics it mentions on the cover?
It says Marsha, and Greg and Jan, the Bradys. Too much TV quiz.
That's in every issue, I think.
Okay. Hot Hero Sandwich TV's teen sketch show. TV Tough Guys, and it's a show I've never heard of called Burke's Law.
I have nothing to do with any of those.
Oh man, did I buy the only one? No, you're mentioned in it.
Well, I mentioned.
Maybe they're just using you to sell issues.
Just think about how excited you'll be when you find out what it is.
Yeah.
Hey, listen, guys, Ken is just trying to keep himself amused to keep himself awake. He didn't get much sleep last night.
He craves attention, folks. If anybody's out there still left and you would like to see any of the Sonic books, or you would want to get one of the non-variants where you can get something new drawn in.
Yeah.
Or custom, whatever you would call that. Headshots, I believe is what that one says. Yeah.
He'll draw whatever you want.
I'm trying to be professional over here. Ken's making noises.
And by the way, I should tell you that I am going to 2 conventions at the end of the month, and these will be gone by the end of that, I'm sure.
Yep, I agree. They're big sellers.
That's for sure.
Where are you going to be, Scott?
Where am I going to be? I'm going to be, hold on a second. I have a list of stuff I'm going to do, but I don't know where I put it. No, it's probably up here. Shit.
Where are you going to be in?
Hey! Hey!
That's pretty good to notice how stupid I am. Thank you. Okay, I have one on January 25th at the Pasadena Comic Con, which is a one-day show, and it's a really good one. And then there's one the next weekend on January 31st and February 1st. It's Cal Comic Con down in Anaheim. And that's a 2-day show, and it's both shows are very good for collectors. So whether you're looking for me, they're shows worth going to.
Raleigh, these are hardcovers, buddy.
Yep, both books are hardcover.
Yes.
I didn't get a comp copy, but you know.
And Sean Chalmers asks,
You
hey,
will.
Scott, if
You
you are
will.
shipping yourself, do you ship to Canada?
Yes.
I would imagine that includes extra, though, right?
Yes. Yes.
Yeah, it's a little more than $25 shipping.
And
But-
don't bitch when it doesn't get there in 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Well, and we know how the mail is right now with Canada, and I know from having friends that live in Canada, they're also sometimes just randomly getting extra charges at like customs or whatever when they get some of their comic book packages.
You mean the Trump tariffs?
I do not agree with the tariffs either.
Yeah, Ken had to deal with that because these books were published or printed in Canada as well.
Oh,
But it was
So then we shouldn't have to pay extra money.
everything.
We shouldn't have to pay extra money. We're just sending them back where they came from. That's another Trumpism, isn't it?
Yes.
No, I just need this for my life. I need like this laugh track for my life. Like I'm on a sitcom.
Me too. I think it's just going to
keep
keep
waiting
going.
for them to get tired of it, but I don't think it's going to happen.
There's not enough of them. I need more.
Oh my god. All right, guys, but if you guys want to get this stuff, now's the time to get them before they're gone. We're probably if somebody reaches out after the show, we might possibly be able to do some, but I doubt it because he's going to take these with him to the shows he's doing this month. So if you guys want one, now's the chance to get one. Otherwise, you'll have non-buyer's remorse. No, nobody ever regrets getting art. You only regret the art you didn't get. That's all I'm going to say.
That's right.
Let's see. Emilio asked, did we transform into an old sitcom? Well, actually, funny you mentioned that. Jeff and Ken are now living together. One's messy, the other's neat. What's going to happen? Oh, Jeff's got the pose.
You know?
After my first wife threw me out, I lived with Mark Evanier for about 3 or 4 months. It was like the odd couple with 2 Felixes.
Double the Youngers.
Any original art? Well, yes, we can. We were saying earlier, that Scott has the original. Let's show off the color pieces first. Let's show the color pieces first. If you do have those handy, Scott.
Yeah, he has some sketches available.
Let's show those off first.
Do you prefer Houdat or Russell? I keep using your government name, but I didn't know if I was supposed to.
All right, we have the Felix Laughter.
Felix Laughter Sonic.
We have the Sonic, the way Sonic looked back when I was doing him. He's changed a lot over the years.
Classic Sonic with the rings.
Yeah, I'm getting flashes here.
Well, you can tell that color is so bright, though. I love it.
Yeah, and then here's one where it's a race between Sonic, Speedy Gonzalez, and Fastback from the Zoo Crew.
Oh, nice. It's a
I created that character.
Mm-hmm. Very nice.
And that's
Those
oh,
are the pieces.
I also have these other pieces.
And then we have these are the originals for the what he just selling right now. This is the interior for the if this is in the back of the book, but in
This
the front
the
in the
back.
front it doesn't have the Sonic on it. It's blank, so you can hand draw something. But the original has Sonic on it. So
And that's my dog down in the corner, not a Sonic character that you haven't heard of. Here's
we have the original for that.
the main publishing book here.
Yep.
Main cover.
Main
oh,
cover.
that's terrific.
And the back cover, which
Scott wrote Robotic Scott with his metal leg.
and of course the Sonic fans out there, I mean, when they saw, they said, but this little dog over here, I forget his name. He's a little too small. It's like, give me a break, folks. This photo was taken when he was a pup. What can I say?
Yep. So we have all those originals that are also available. We don't have them priced as of yet, but if you have any interest in it at all, you can reach out and we will we'll come up with.
I will say, Scott, open up to the first page of the first Sonic comic in the book. The next page.
The next page.
The first page.
It's the first page.
No.
This
Page.
Yeah, actually, did we sell that page? I'm looking for the first page of the first comic. We have
issue 1.
Yeah, issue 1.
Did we miss it? Oh, okay. We did
Well,
get it. We got another claim, guys.
Because remember that stupid thing where they thought people were buying number zeros because it was a good idea?
So we've got a regular book claim with a Knuckles head sketch, Scott.
Okay, I'm going to have to take time to do that because I haven't really drawn Knuckles very much.
That's all right. That means he's going to make sure it's right. So he's going to do it off camera so we can do you a good one. So thank you so much. We'll send you an invoice, Sean, and you'll get your awesome Knuckles headshot. So thank you so much again for.
If anybody's interested in the cover art, message me on Facebook.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, I was going to say Raleigh just weighed in on that.
Marcus, you can always claim Chipette's taking a bath if you want. He'll do it for you.
No, I won't.
There's a long story behind that for anybody who doesn't know.
Yeah.
Somebody
I'm not finding that page because, of course, I'm on camera, so I'm screwing things
Don't
up.
worry about it. I was just going to say we have the original art of it.
I have drawings that have never been published for commissions I've done.
Yeah, so anybody who got a commission from Scott, it might even be in there.
Just if they have a time machine.
Yeah.
Trying to find. There's one in here that I really love doing because it was kind of unusual. Let me see if I can find it. It was this one. A Sonic fan, Billy Kurtz, asked me to do this for his wedding invitation.
Wow, nice.
I made them intentionally kind of old school looking, like turn of the century. There's not a lot of action going on there. But yeah, stuff like that nobody's ever seen is kind of fun to have in here.
Yeah, it is. How long ago did you do the wedding invitations?
Oh, probably 3 years ago or so.
Nice.
So that they're probably divorced by now, but I'm sure he got to keep
gee.
the art.
Jeffrey.
Now they had golden rings. Remember, they're together.
Those get split 50-50 in cartoon divorces.
Don't listen to him, folks.
All right, guys, last chance to pick up one of these pieces. You guys are trickling in, and you guys are waiting till the last minute. And I dig it. but once they're gone, they're gone. So this is
I'm
it.
an old man, folks. Don't make me wait. I might die right here.
So if anybody'd like to claim one, we have the 2 that you already did. Those are done. You're going to do a Knuckles headshot in the regular hardcover.
Write that down somewhere.
So set one of those aside. And if anybody else wants anything, prices are scrolling across the bottom of the screen, guys. $125 or $175 for the
And that
variant.
display case behind you, Scott, is that Gold Key Comics or Dell? It's Dell, isn't it?
What?
Is that a Dell bookcase?
That's a Dell bookcase from the early 50s. They had one just like this at the Sears Roebuck when I was about 4 years old. And I bought this from Bud Plant probably 30 years ago.
Wow.
I was going to say, how the heck did you find that?
Well, I got friends.
Well, that makes one of us.
And it's next to my spinner. I don't know if you can't really see my spinner from here, but I've also got a 60s spinner.
Nice. I've had to leave my spinner in my storage unit. I'm not staying in this
Send
place
it to me,
forever.
Jeff.
No,
The
it's
nice thing is, all the stuff I put in there are comics I've done. So,
Well, that's a flex.
yeah, all the good stuff's in the closet.
yeah. Oh, there you go. Yeah. No, my I would bring mine out, but it's too hard to get out, and I'm just gonna have to put it back in when I leave here. So I'm like, I'll just leave it in the storage unit for now till I move.
Or you could just let me buy the spinner.
No, that honestly, that was a year where I bought about 60 pieces of art, and I shit you not, pardon my French, the thing I was most happy about getting that entire year was that rack, that spin rack. I love it so much.
Let me tell you a little story about that spin rack. So, Jeff and I go to John Romita Jr.'s house to do a signing, and we spend the day. So on the way back, I said, you know what? Let's stop at Anthony's Comic Book Art, and we'll make him buy us pizza. So
we did.
while we're driving back, I said, Anthony, we're stopping by. We're only coming if you buy pizza. Well, what kind of pizza do you want? So we get there, and he's got pizza for us, and then he's got some comic racks in the back of the warehouse. Jeff goes back there, starts spinning them, and Anthony from the other side of the place goes, they still squeak. So they negotiate a price, and next thing you know, we're putting this thing in the back of my fucking car and listening to it squeak for the next 300 miles.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
You think?
So Jeff got something he always wanted, and he got to irritate you for 300 miles.
Only when the car moved is the only time it ever squeaked.
That's a doubler right there.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. He don't remember going to John Romita Jr.'s house. He remembers buying this squeaky rag.
Yeah, listen, that's what I'm saying. Out of all the fantastic things that happened that year, that happened that we did, you know, I think that might have been the year
you met me, though, Jeff.
It might have been, and that would be
that we met him at Planet that year.
yeah. I mean that might have been the year we met Frank Miller, like did the one-on-one with like Frank Miller too. And that was, I don't know if it was.
I think it might have been that year too.
Yeah, and I mean, so there's so much awesome stuff that happened that year, and so much great art that I got. But I'm telling you, man, that spinner rack, it just knocks me. It's why we collect. You know, it's that nostalgia, that sound just brings you back. So I appreciate your Dell rack, because I know it's just, you see that, and it just reminds you of, you know, when you were a kid.
I don't know if I've ever even seen one like that.
You know who's got some wild comic racks is Bill Morrison.
It's also really good because I can put my gloves on top of it. I have no place else to
I think I
put
saw those in Target today.
it. I had them when they first came out in the 90s, I think.
Oh my goodness!
Those are
I
magnificent.
deteriorated in my storage space.
Put them up. Put them up.
The Thing has always been one of my favorite superheroes. I really identified with him as a kid. It's like I look like a monster, but I'm funny inside.
And then I remember the old cartoon where he had the Thing rings, and it didn't really have anything to do with the Fantastic Four, but that might have been when I first saw the Thing.
That was typical of Hanna-Barbera. He'd go in, and Joe Barbera was the guy that would sell the cartoons, and Bill Hanna was the guy that had to make them. And they, after a while, Bill was pretty pissed at Joe because he'd agree to do shows that would be too expensive or just too ridiculous. Well, there was a show about Fantastic Four, and there was a show, and they already did one in the 60s, but they wanted to do a new one. And then there was a show called The Monster or something like that. And they said, can't you combine them? And Joe said, of course we can.
Yeah.
And everybody and you know, the weirdest thing about that show is he was working there for about a year. Tex Avery did some of the gags in those shows because they needed something to spruce him up a little. And I don't remember seeing anything that looked like Tex Avery in those, but by that time the animation was so bad, maybe they were trying and it just didn't work out. I don't know.
Always loved when the kid would get the ring ready and be like, "Thing ring, do your thing." Like, really? That's what we came up with, huh?
Well, that's what 50-year-old men think kids think, but you know, that's how they think.
Right. Benji Grimm.
By the way, what was the other illustrated book that was bought? I've got your one, Becker, but there's
a total of 3. So
Total
yeah, so there's that one that you just mine, and
Right.
then there's a variant for Russell that's gonna be Tails and Sonic.
Okay, I got the Tails and Sonic. What was the third one?
The
Just the
third
one-
one's going to be a regular,
Not
and they asked for a sketch of Knuckles,
a headshot?
a headshot of Knuckles. Correct.
Okay, great. I've got that down then. Okay. Now, where's that flood of people throwing their money at him right now?
Right. And feel free on my book, Scott. Just throw a few comic books in the middle. They just clamp it shut and ship it to Missouri. We'll see what I get. You got such a I always just love the background. It's so wonderful.
We're here.
Right. Oh yeah. I'm
Well-
always getting lost trying to see if I can identify.
This, I hate to say it, it's a fraction of the stuff I have. I have 4 10 by 30 spaces that I pay for over $8,000 a year to keep all the stuff I bought over the years. And there's stuff in there I'll probably never read again. But my son Kirby wants it, so it's worth saving it for him. He used to be the manager of a store that sold vintage toys and stuff. So unlike most families, when their dad who collected this stuff, they don't know what to do with them, or they just go to a dealer and they get ripped off. When I'm gone, Kirby will know what to do with the ones that he doesn't want. And of course, not only will he have all of my Jack Kirby stuff, and I've got a lot of Jack Kirby original art too. I've also bought all of the reprints, so if he wanted to, he could sell a lot of that stuff and still have the books to read.
Oh boy.
I mean, we are still waiting for a gigantic Galactus figure that I bought at I did well at Comic-Con. I got home, I think I'm going to get this for Kirby. Well, it won't even be out until next summer or this summer. So we're still waiting.
Oh yeah, those pre-orders. I'm waiting on a couple of original from the cartoon movie The Hobbit.
Yeah.
There's a Bilbo and Gollum for that I pre-ordered.
Oh, nice.
I don't think it gets here till summer.
Yeah, I did that with a hot toy once where I ordered it, and it was the problem was with mine was I got the Captain America from Endgame, and I'd never bought a hot toy before, and it was a pre-order. But then that was in 2019, and then the pandemic hit, and then so it took 2.5 years to get it, and that's when I told people, I was like, I'm not buying any more hot toys. I was like, that's it. I don't have the patience for this. I was like, plus, when you get it, you're like, do I open it? Do I leave it in the box? And then you open it and then you move it around a little bit and you're like, yeah, I can't, I'm not going to play with it. So it's like, it becomes this movable thing. And then I'm like, it's very cool. It looks awesome. I love it. but I'm not the guy who's going to be like, oh, now I'm going to buy 100 other Hot Toys. Like, no patience. Don't have the patience for it.
I don't buy a lot of them anymore, but Hasbro has put out a couple of figures that I just had always wanted. They did a really good Dragon Man, who, when he showed up first in Fantastic Four, I thought, he has a head of a Protoceratops. I was very big into dinosaurs. I still love them, but they are all dead. But anyway, I also got Crystal from the Inhumans with Lockjaw. And Lockjaw is a huge figure and looks really cute at the same time. So they've now are doing so much stuff with obscure characters. That's the stuff that I'm more interested in because there's never been a toy of them before.
Right. Well, that's the thing is when we were kids, they didn't have these toys, and now they have these toys. You're like, well,
I will forever be grateful to Marvel Legends for making a Speedball figure.
There you go. At that convention I was at a couple of weeks ago, a friend brought me a Fantastic Four figure from the 90s of the Thing, and it says like 40 places it bends or whatever. And I thought, okay, this looks good. I took it out of the Thing. I usually don't, but I thought I just want this sitting up in the studio. And it was like there was only one way you could pose him. Every other way he looked grotesque. It was like looked like he'd broken his arm if you put it out like this and stuff. I'm like, it doesn't matter how many hinges you have, they have to work. It was really terrible.
You could have like a twisting Hulk. This is, just twist again.
That's just to distract people from his giant crotch.
Hold on, let's get closer to the giant crotch.
And that's the part that makes him angry.
Wow. 1979, you had like this and Spider-Man.
Hey, I came out in 1979.
Did you have and you had a giant crotch, didn't you?
Yeah, it wasn't until Secret Wars that a lot of stuff started coming out.
Yep, and these are tiny too. If you put this up next to like a GI Joe, it's like an inch shorter. So these were really small figures compared to the GI Joes and the Star Wars figures. But yeah, no, Secret Wars. That's when you finally got to have all the figures you wanted. At least, way more than you ever were available before. And once again, we thought that was a lot when it was like 10 or 12 figures, and now there's hundreds of thousands.
10 or 12 come out a day.
Yeah.
When I was a big Marvel fan in the 60s, Marx put those tin ones with Captain America on a tricycle, Thor on a tricycle, and I'm like, I love these characters, but I'm 14 years old. I'm not going to have these toys. And then now they're like the most expensive things out there.
Oh yeah. All right, guys, last chance. We're coming up on the end of the hour here. If you want to get one of these books from Scott, now look at that. What is that?
What is that?
Oh, it's a great
raccoon. Wow, that's huge. Yeah, there's another character that used to be obscure.
Wow, that's crazy.
It's the Scotty Young Rocket Raccoon.
Nice.
I don't think they gave him credit on it, though, but it does include the comic book.
He seems to be the only guy left that can get away with drawing funny superheroes.
People love that chibi style. They really, really do. And then his regular style has now become pretty popular as well. Yeah. All right, guys, last chance.
But I know what you mean, Scott. He still does the jokes on a comic book cover.
Yeah. Because there's almost no humor in comics right now.
Yeah, I would say he's a bit of a throwback, and now he's going to be writing Lobo in a few months.
Ooh.
Lobo to me was just, okay, here's another character that's kind of like Wolverine. Him and the Punisher, and there were a whole bunch of kind of asshole characters after Wolverine.
See, I used to read Lobo. That was one of the only DC comics that I used to read back in the day.
Well, I was a teenager, and it was my rebellious phase where, I don't think I was technically allowed to buy it because you had to be 18 or whatever.
Yeah, I was probably 40 to 50 years old.
Well, the Simon Beasley art, really.
Yeah, so
that Simon
to
Beasley
me,
art
Lobo
really
was
cool.
forbidden fruit, and I've got a lot of fond memories growing up reading that.
And then I read Deadpool, and I was like, this is just Lobo.
Yeah.
Without
I
feet.
mean,
Without
I feel like nostalgia, though, always plays a big key in it. And for me, I always liked those intergalactic space bastage adventures. I'm interested to see what Scotty does with it. He's local to me, so.
Nice. All right, guys. Speaking of Scott's, we get a different Scott's art right here, guys. Last chance.
Yeah, let's talk about Scott Shaw.
This is it. Last shot. Once again, Scott's going to take all these books with him to the shows he does in the next couple days.
You'll never see him again.
And they'll be gone.
I'm
This is the last chance
I'm
to get
going to
them.
burn all of these books now.
We're almost to that point in our society where we're burning books again, but we're not quite there yet.
Hey, just takes a little more doing. That's all.
You know, we'll get there though.
By the way, I had not this shirt, but I had a Mickey Rat shirt when I think I was in college in 71, and I wore it. I was not far away. My college was not far from Disneyland. So I wore it, and they wouldn't let me in. Actually, they let me in and then told me I couldn't wear it. And I said,
and they sold you a shirt that you
exactly, because I said, I'm not going to walk around with my man boobs hanging out. And they said, no, you're not. You're going to buy one of our shirts. And that's when I started hating Disney. It's like, you don't have a sense of humor, do you?
Why tell him he can't come in when we can let him in and then make him buy a shirt?
Exactly. It was like, do you have the blind people out front? You know, it's like, what's going on here?
Oh my God.
I had a fantasy. All right, this is going to be a little on the,
Colorful
side. So if you're sensitive, please just turn away. So I had a team. My team name was the Camel Toes. And I had a logo that was basically it was just like a straight line. It came down like this with a line down the center. And that's all it was. And I used to wear that to Disney deliberately all the time. All the time. My wife would be like, don't you put on that t-shirt? I'm like, nobody knows what it is. They say do. I'm like, what? If Disney knew what it was, they'd kick me out. See how many pictures I have me standing next to Mickey Mouse wearing a camel toe t-shirt?
Oh my God.
5 championships, by the way.
Ken Carson, Disney Rebel.
By the way, around the same time they wouldn't let me come in with the shirt, they had a figure frog or whatever his name was before you went into the ride where you rode his crazy car. And he's standing there like this, and every time I go there, somebody would have put a fake joint in his hand.
I have a Sears cell from Batman the Animated Series with Mr. Freeze and Nora. And Nora's cut nice in that son of a bitch. My headlights are.
It's a little chilly in that.
What animator drew nipples on Nora?
Listen,
Somebody overseas probably, where everybody's walking around like that.
I'm not. I like it. I think it's fine. But I was just shocked to see Billy. I showed Bill. Goes, does she have nipples?
I'm still trying to get past the, well, we let you in, but yeah, now you're going to have to buy something.
That's a Disney move. I would have just turned
the gall of them.
When I was a kid, when they took me to Disneyland, it was brand new. I think I went there in 55, and they opened in 55 or 56, a year after they opened. And from that point on, every time I needed a rubber alligator and a Zorro sword made out of plastic. Zorro was so cool to kids my age in the late 50s. It was just like the greatest character we'd ever seen on TV.
would you say he was kind of the Lobo of the time? I think.
Hey, both Spanish words. Right?
I was about to say, yes, they were both from the same language.
Absolutely. All right, guys, we reached that time. Once again, if anybody's watching this show later and you want to reach out, maybe.
Speaking of Zorro.
Oh, they're nice.
Oh, yeah.
Very cool.
That's a
How do you
song
have
from-
Zorro when he randomly speaks about Zorro?
Because I grew up loving
He reaches over
Zorro.
and goes,
Everything's been put away with care, so he knows exactly where everything is.
But this is a sketch by Sean Gordon Murphy.
Ken, are you imitating Monk? You were doing the thing that Monk used to do.
Say it, Ken. What do you want to magically show up? Come on.
Apocalypse.
Apocalypse.
I don't work for you.
Make it happen.
I probably could too, but I'm not gonna.
But I'm not gonna. All right, guys.
Keep the change, you filthy animal.
Listen, everybody who's out there who watched the show tonight, thank you guys so much for joining us on another wonderful Tuesday. We'll be back next Tuesday. We have a very special guest next Tuesday. Is that right, Ken? Do we? You told me we did.
I think so.
Possibly.
I think we have that mysterious guy. I think what's his name? Oranga.
Yeah, I believe Oranga Deva Surrender has a Kickstarter that's just opened and already fully funded, but there's some cool stuff out there. You can still get in on it. So we have that advertised on the Facebook page, which you can join us next week, and he'll tell you all about it. So you guys can make sure you get a copy of it when it comes out. He's got a new book that he wrote and created, and created the character, and has a wonderful person who wrote it, and it's got some incredible variants by just insanely great artists. Assad is one that comes to mind, but there's so many different ones that did some covers for some variant covers, and it's a great book. And you guys will definitely get the chance to check all that out next week.
Before we go, we are having the Japanese the show, and I think Becker, back me up on this. I just sent the list to the 4C group that we have. I want Jeff to read all the names.
Screw that.
I got it.
Come on, Jeff.
I mean,
Yeah, I'm good.
These are will be appearing.
Yeah, no, I'm good. I'll do one. I'll do Takumi will be here.
Artists from previous streams: Shogo Aoki, Akiba Mao, Gen Sato, Haiji, Hiro Yusuda, Takumi, and then new artists Suwano Saito, Yuichi Oshiyama, Daisuke Kadokuni.
That's pretty good, Becker. That's why I wanted Jeff.
Well, I watched my share of Japanese wrestling.
I don't know. I think that if he was holding a book that was made of human flesh, I think it would have just transported us to another dimension.
But that's just the first list of guys who are coming. So
guys, this is going to be basically the easiest way to describe it is Super Bowl weekend starting Saturday night. It's going to go from 9 p.m. till 11 a.m. the following morning, all night long. We're going to be doing it's sort of a sketch con 4.5, which is all the Japanese invasion. So it's going to be a great show. It's going to go on all night because that's during the day for them. So we can get a lot more artists on all night long. So join us for that. That'll be the Super Bowl weekend. So that first weekend of February. We've got plenty of shows in between. We also have the Carlos Barbary is going to be doing a show with us the week after that.
The Tuesday after that.
Yeah, the Tuesday after that. So like 3 days later. So it's going to be pretty amazing. So keep tuning in. And once again, if anybody wants any of these pieces by Scott, you basically got like tonight and tomorrow to like reach out. And then I don't think we're going to be able to help you out. They're all going to be gone, and you're going to be like,
Don't sleep on it, folks.
Why? But that's all right. I'd like to thank Mickey the Rat.
Sons of bitches.
And Future of Comics and whatever Ken's shirt says. I can't see it. What is it? Oh,
LSU, baby.
LSU.
I'm wearing an Image Comics shirt.
Nice. And we'll see you guys next Tuesday. And thank you so much. And Scott, thank you so much for doing this book. And thank you so much for joining us tonight, man. It's a blast as always.
It's always fun seeing you guys. And whether we sell anything or not, I just like hanging out with you. So thank you.
Not so much these guys, but me, right?
Just
of course.
Just you.
Because you were the sumo guy when you were a kid, right?
Well, let's just say I was no stranger to the Clean Plate Club, which I later found out my grandma made up.
I actually had judo lessons. The teacher didn't like me as that, but every time we did sumo, he asked me to be one of the guys because I was heavier than two of the other kids.
I want Ken to do his stripes line that he used to do with people.
All right, so this is a true story. I don't know if I probably told it, but I was in a corporate meeting, a bunch of people. And you go around the room and you say introduce yourself. So I was one of the last people to go after like in half an hour of this nonsense. And he gets to me and I said, my name is Dewey Oxburger. My friends call me Ox. You may remember. And I did the whole thing.
That's great.
I swallowed a lot of my feelings.
I had a bit of a weight problem. Doctor said I swallowed a lot of cheeseburgers along with a lot of stress.
Yeah, just along with a lot of cheeseburgers.
Guys in the room were dying. The women were like, "Oh, please, what is he doing?" And then the moderator's like, "I thought his name was Ken. I didn't know it was Dewey."
Do you remember the guy who said,
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
We another one. We were in a meeting. We were in The Simpsons. Me and this other guy. And do you remember the one where Homer was? They were trying to put him in witness protection and change his name. And he would say, every time we say your name, Mr. Smith, you answer. He goes, okay, how you doing, Mr. Smith? And Homer just sits there. I'll step on your foot and say, hello, Mr. Smith. And he steps on his foot, and Homer goes, I think he's talking to you. So the guy did that to me in a meeting. I was pissed in my pants. He's sitting there, and they called on him. He's just standing there staring at the guy. And I'm like, what are you doing, John? And he's like, the guy's talking to him. He goes, I think he's talking to you. Oh my God. That was when I was teaching. That's what teachers do when you guys aren't looking. We do stuff.
All right, guys. Well, thank you all so much. And we will see you all next Tuesday night, and have a wonderful week. And thank you so much for joining us and being a part of 4C. And, if you want to like and subscribe, we're this close to 1,000 people on YouTube. This close. We just need to get over the hump. So please join us so we can hit that mark we've been stuck on for a while. And yeah, we'll see you guys next week. Thanks.
I can't watch this anymore. I'm going to bed.
How much for Krusty's bed? $50. Sold. Good night, everybody.
"Good night"?